Hello everybody, my name's Shalise. Welcome out everybody to my Assassin's Creed Origins comic book review. Yes, I am doing a comic book review. I've done the videos, I've done the, not the videos, I've done the book reviews, I've done game reviews, and now we're trying to go to the comic books. And Assassin's Creed Origins, the comic. Here's the thing, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to know spoilers, please get out. Another thing, everybody, y'all know how if y'all know my channel, y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm not a big fan that we couldn't play Aya and Bayek at the same time like we did in Syndicate for, the actual origins of the assassin. I don't understand why we couldn't play Aya and Bayek since they both lost a child. They're both out for revenge. It made no sense why we couldn't be both. And then we also had the problem of the DLC not being Aya. We got some mystical stuff and one of the DLCs, and then you got the true origins of the assassins in Assassin's Creed, the Hidden Ones, I believe it's called. And that, again, you're playing Bayek. So the fact is that you're not playing Aya is just, And you all know I'm not a big fan of the whole reboot of Origins with the whole, not with the RPG elements, but basically rewriting the Assassin's Creed lore. But what is Assassin's Creed Origins, the comic book, about? What is this comic book about? Well, this deals with Aya this deals with her in Rome, killing Julius Caesar, having regrets of the way she killed Julius Caesar, her interacting with Brutus, and I'm sorry, this is just a hit. This is not a hit for me. This is a straight up miss. I'm sorry. Do not buy this comic. Yep, I said do not buy this comic because there is no point to this comic because in the entire book, this comic book right here, all about Aya regrets about how she acted, how she was so rash in killing Julius Caesar, which I never truly agreed with the ending of Assassin's Creed Origins with Aya becoming Amunet and killing Julius Caesar. I like the idea of Aya killing Cleopatra and staying in the shadows, but the problem is, though, this comic book contradicts what Assassin's Creed Origins, the video game, did. This comic book just ignores Aya's character. Aya's character is a complete 180 from the game review, from the game. Because the fact is that Aya, in the video game, she actually thought, there's a scene right here I'm going to have right here, that basically she says that she was wrong to be so rash. She was wrong for all the stuff she has, we shouldn't be so rash, we must stick to the shadows, and she must relearn this stuff again in the comic book. So the Aya of the of the game, learned her lesson for killing too rash in public, but then she kills Julius Caesar at the end of the video game, and then she regrets it in the comic book. I'm sorry, no. You did not get a pass with me. Ubisoft, whoever you have to put for the comics, the action is well done. The writing is good. It's just the fact is Aya's motivations and what she's going through in this entire thing is totally skippable. The best part about this comic book is Cleopatra and her son and her relationship with her son. And basically how Aya's going to take her son and put him under her wing. And she's going to teach him about the Assassin Order and what's to be better for Egypt and all that stuff. That storyline is great. But everything with Aya being with Brutus. Oh, Brutus, a character that was barely explored in freaking Origins, but yet you couldn't make a DLC of the freaking Aya's story with Brutus. Make this character develop more, make this character they thought him up in the comic a bit, but they brought him up and they gave him some dialogue in the comic and they explored his character a bit. But then again, I've always been because again, everybody likes to say, oh, Bayek and Aya formed the assassins, they formed the Hidden Ones. No, the Hidden Ones already existed. It's like the hamburger and cheeseburger effect. Aya and Bayek are the cheeseburger of the hamburger. There was 2 buns and meat already there, but Aya and Bayek are the cheese that makes the cheeseburger and makes it great. But in all things considered, I'm sorry, Assassin's Creed Origins, the video game, did not make much sense for a story. I enjoyed the book. The book is a must-read. Desert Oath, must-read. It's absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. But this comic book is a one-and-done deal. Skip it. Never read it. It's just not great. It's not great. It's just when your own comic contradicts the character's motivation, the character's way of thinking, then you know you got a problem. I'm sorry. I having regrets over it being Rash should not have been the comic for Assassin's Creed Origins. Aya's journey continuing should have just been about her and Cleopatra's relationship, not with the Devil Julius Caesar and how it affects. Oh yes, I'm so for the and if this is, I know people think, oh, you're a nerd, you're getting too much focus onto it, you're getting too much into the good lore and all that stuff. Here's the thing, I love lore, I love this franchise, I criticize it because I care. I'm not gonna take everything and be like, oh man, this is so good, I can't wait to read the next one. No. I want to read good stuff. I want to read good shit. So to me, Assassin's Creed Origins, the comic, my least favorite of the comic right now. I'm going to be reading all the comics I possibly can by Titan Comics, and then I will review it. I'll review so much stuff about the Assassin's Creed lore, and then we'll continue making more videos. But to me, Assassin's Creed Origins, the comic, contradicts what the video game character is. So to me, Assassin's Creed Origins, the comic, don't read it. Skip it. I don't know what you'd even grade it. Could you grade something that like, I could give it an F, but it's not a terrible comic. I mean, I can't give it a D, because I don't think it's piss poor, but I think it could be somewhat very good if they actually, talk things through, if they actually organize stuff, if they actually try to, I don't know, if they actually try to understand where they're coming from, like each writer got into a room together, or like the comic, the person who wrote the comic was like, hey, I don't want to play Origins, I'll just watch a movie off of YouTube. You could literally get the information off of YouTube, and you could still get a more consistent story if you just paid attention. But to me, the person who wrote this did not pay attention. The person who wrote this, I didn't care for. So to me, Assassin's Creed Origins, the comic, don't read it. Don't read it. Don't waste your time like me. But to me, that's my personal opinion, everybody. What's your personal opinion? Have you read this comic? Do you think this comic was great? Do you think this comic was terrible? Please let me know. Please let me know what y'all think, everyone. Nature Lisa, Alfred, everybody. Bye-bye.